जय श्री माताजी। उपस्थित सहयोगी भाई बहनों का आज के सुबह के सामूहिक ध्यान सत्र में हम स्वागत करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी को प्रणाम करके सामूहिक बंधन लेंगे। अभी हम ध्यान में बैठने के लिए श्री माताजी से अनुमति मांगेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर आज के ये सामूहिक ध्यान में बैठने की हमें अनुमति प्रदान करें। तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
अभी हम नाड़ी संतुलन करेंगे। हमारा राइट हैंड भूमि माँ पर रखकर श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध इच्छा शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। हमारा राइट हैंड श्री माता जी की तरफ, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की तरफ करेंगे और यहाँ पे श्री माता से प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध कार्य शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। अपना राइट हैंड श्री माता जी की तरफ, हमारा संपूर्ण चित्त मध्य नाड़ी पर लाएंगे और यहाँ पे श्री माता से प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारी सुषुम्ना नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें पूर्ण संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए। हमारा संपूर्ण चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर लाएंगे धीरे धीरे स्वादिष्टान चक्र पर स्वादिष्टान चक्र से नाभि चक्र पर नाभि चक्र से हमारा संपूर्ण चित्त अनाहत चक्र पर लाएंगे और यहाँ पे श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर आप हमारे अनाहत चक्र को शुद्ध कर हमारे अंदर श्री जगदम्बा के गुण एवं तत्व प्रस्थापित कर दीजिए। अनाहत चक्र से धीरे धीरे विशुद्धि चक्र पर लाएंगे। विशुद्धि चक्र से आज्ञा चक्र पर आज्ञा चक्र से हमारा संपूर्ण चित्त सहस्रार चक्र पर लाएंगे और हमारा राइट हैंड सहस्रार पर रखकर थोड़ा हल्का सा दबाकर श्री माता से प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारे आत्म साक्षात्कार को दृढ़ कर आज के ध्यान में हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान करें। अपना राइट हैंड श्री माता जी की तरफ, इसी अवस्था में हम थोड़ी देर ध्यान में बैठेंगे। जय श्री माता जी। इसी अवस्था में बैठकर हम परम पूज्य श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। आज की अमृतवाणी है 1988 ईस्टर पूजा यूके।
Today we are here to celebrate the resurrection of Christ. Resurrection of Christ has the greatest significance for all the Sahajogis, and we have to understand that He resurrected Himself so that we could resurrect ourselves. The message of His life is His resurrection and not His cross. He bore the cross for us, and we don't have to bear any more. I see lots of people having this drama going on. They are carrying the cross across to show as if we are going to do the job for Christ, as if He has left some work to be done by these people who play a drama. But all this drama is to deceive yourself and to deceive others. There's no sense in playing such useless things to show how Christ suffered. To make you weep and to make you cry, Christ did not suffer. He suffered that you should enjoy, that you should be happy, that you should lead a life of complete bliss and gratitude to the Almighty who has created you. He would never like you to be unhappy. Which father would like his son to be unhappy? So we have to understand that His message of His life, why He came on this earth, to do the greatest job is that of resurrection. If He had not resurrected Himself, I could not have worked out Sahajayoga. So we have to be eternally thankful to His life and to Him, that the way He did all these difficult tasks, taking upon Himself, that we cannot do. We human beings cannot do it. It's only He being the divine, He being the Om, He being the Logos, He being the Brahma could do it. But now you all have ascended. I can see on your faces, Christ writ large on your faces. It's beautifully shining in your eyes and twinkling. He is there within us, in our hearts, in our eyes. And He has resurrected Himself, and He has resurrected you too. But now it is for you to resurrect other people. You can resurrect other people. This is the power, you have got it. Through Him maybe, or through your Kundalini. But you have this power to resurrect other people. But first and foremost thing, you have to be strong like Christ. How He obeyed His mother, and how He obeyed all the demands of His life. How He was committed, and how He dedicated Himself to this single task. He didn't bother as to develop His monetary side, or to become some sort of a big officer, or to become another great rider or a swimmer, or climb on the Alps, some sort of a thing like that. He didn't try all these tricks, and didn't try for hanker after all these things that sometimes make us quite mad. What He did was to establish His identity as the Brahman itself, as the divine vibrations itself, which He established. What you have to do is to establish yourself as the resurrected people, as the realized souls, as the Sahajogis. And this is going to be very easy. Now everything is made easy for you. Your realization, then your powers, everything has beautifully settled within you. It has worked out so beautifully, slowly and steadily. I don't think I have ever tried to force you to do something or have compelled you to do something. But through your own assent, you can see what's wrong with you or with the people about whom we are talking. And then you can also know through all these powers whatever is to be known. All that is unknown can be your own. Everything. But the attention should be towards your ascent, towards the state. Now, ascent is not some sort of a physical process. It is not that you ascend some staircases. It is a state. It's a state of your personality. And there where I always say, excuse me, I think the sun is showing its results. See how the sun listens to me. Can you help me a little bit to take out? Things very hot for me. I don't know what about you people. Just telling me off. Just I forgot to tell you about the sun, so he's just troubling me. So I better they have been telling for the last 1 year, you see, we've been thinking of coming here for this puja. And I was very anxious that we should have the Easter puja here. But the dates were not very suitable because those days the moon would be waning. So I thought, how will I do it without the moon? We have to have the moon there. It's important. So I thought we'll have it sometimes later. And suddenly it happened that I had to come here. Luckily, I was here. And then on the television for the last 1 week, they have been telling that it's going to rain heavily, it's going to be very clouded, and the temperature is going to be very bad, and it's going to be very, very heavy rains. And again, every night, every time they announced about the weather, it was looking even worse every time. So I thought, now what to do? If you ask the clouds to move out, you have to have a tremendous breeze, and that may spoil your tent. So somehow or other, you see, I just told the clouds that you better move on to Newfoundland. Slowly, steadily, not with great speed. And they did it. And then the sun, which was very bright, came out. Early in the morning, I saw him. Red like my sari. So beautiful it was. We were all asleep, but I was awake very early. And I was watching the way it came up, just like my bindi, it came up. I saw it. I said, look at this sun. How obedient. How dedicated. How beautiful. Whatever it is, today is Mother's Puja. You have to have proper light. You have to have proper temperature. So look at the sky. Look at everything. And then gradually it became pink like your faces. It's beautiful. It became pink, beautifully pink, and then now it's shining. I'm sorry I should have given full tribute to the sun the way he has acted. So that's why he's troubling me a little bit, just to remind me. So, as you know, the sun is this Agya Chakra. Christ resides in the sun. And in the body, in the being, he is the spirit. When he is the spirit, he is the moon. And when he acts on the Agya, he is the sun. Now, we have seen in his life that he was absolutely, spotlessly immaculate. He had no defects in him. He was a perfect personality. Then why did he want to resurrect? One can ask. What is in his time is the resurrection. His resurrection is like making the way through the Agya Chakra for all of you to pass through it. He was like the gate, or we should say he was the one who opened the gate for all of you. Because he was so perfect, he had no problems as we have of our chakras, our kundalini. He had no problems. But he was the complete compassion of in the nature of vibrations. Vibrations became complete compassion. So much so that even when he was resurrected, and even before that when he was crucified, he said that, "Oh God, the Father, please forgive those people because they do not know what they are doing." Such forgiveness, such compassion. And the mother had to watch all that, keeping quiet, because that was the game. That was the thing one has to do. He had to play his game, and he played it so well. So now when we talk about Christ, we have to remember one thing, that he has done all this for us. Now what are we going to do for him? He is the pattern we have to follow. Supposing if that is the pattern we have to follow, then it's not that we carry the cross on our shoulder. That's not the pattern you have to follow. Many people think because he carried the cross, we can carry the cross. Anybody can carry the cross. If you, in India, if you give about 5 rupees to a loader, he can carry a cross across. What is so great about it? What is so great in carrying a cross on your shoulder? It's nothing, something great. Any wrestler can do it. Anybody can do it. That's not the point. The point is we have to carry the work of Christ of resurrection. That is what we have to realize. We have to understand the importance of our being, of our life. Like Christ understood that he has come for this great job here. And though he came as a human being, though he came as an ordinary son of an ordinary carpenter, though on this earth he had a body and he lived like other human beings, still he knew what he had to do. He knew what he had to achieve, and he achieved it. I think his was the most difficult task which he achieved, and which he furnished it so well that today we are having all the benefits of that. Now, let us see if we have done something for Sahajayoga or not. We all should examine ourselves. What have we done for Sahajayoga? Not carrying the cross, I mean to say. Some people think when they travel in India and if they carry the luggage of people downward, they are carrying the cross of Christ. That's not the way. It's something very, very serious one has to think about. And that seriousness is how far we have achieved that state. For that, what have we done? And a simple thing I've been asking all of you, you have to meditate every day. All of you have to meditate every day. But somehow, nobody has time to meditate. We are having these watches just to know that we have to meditate. Not for anything else. Our lives are for meditation. You need not spend all your 24 hours, but you have to meditate. Every day you must meditate. If you meditate, your children will meditate. And meditation is such a simple thing for you, made so easy that all the elements you can see, work it out. All your chakras are made of different elements. And when you clear out with a different style, you know all the methods and the techniques of Sahajayoga. With that, when you clear out these chakras, when you clear them out, you are absolutely free, absolutely at that stage where you have to be. But if you do not do this much even, is to meditate, is going to be very, very difficult for me and for you to achieve for which you have come on this earth. It's a tremendous task that I have taken over. I know that. But I know how to do it. And you also know how to do it. But the trouble is, you get entangled into your different conditionings. Now, by now, you must have realized all these so-called religions, in anybody's name, whether it is in the name of Islam, in the name of Christianity, in the name of Hinduism, in the name of Sikhism, all this is falsehood. It has no truth in it. They have all tried to use it for their own purposes. There's only one truth, and that is all these great prophets and all these great incarnations came on this earth for your ascent and not for establishing those religions who are just interested in money. In these religions also you'll find there are people who are either left-sided or right-sided. There are some religions which preach, oh, you should be very, very strict. You should not do this, you should not do that, you should not drink, you should not smoke. There are some who say you should not marry, you should not look at women, you should not look at men. All kinds of restrictions. Even in Hinduism, you will be surprised. There are so many restrictions. If you see the amount of superstitions that exist and that are created by Brahmins in India, you'll be shocked. For everything there's a superstition. If you walk with your left hand ahead, that means this. If you walk with your right hand, then that means this. If you sit like this, that means that. Everything, they have made a human being into a machine and there's no spontaneity. All kinds of absurdities there are in Islam too. But when we find them in a free place like England, where there's complete left-sidedness, where you can do what you like, still you are a Christian. You drink is all right. You have 10 wives is all right. You have 15 keeps is all right. Anything you do is all right as long as you go to church and pay money. So, there's nothing, you see, especially from the Protestants, that's the religion I was born in, where everything is allowed. Now, when we come to this kind of a thing, what is the Christian religion is, then comes to that. If you ask them the road, they'll tell you which way to go. That's Christianity. It's coming to that end. Now, all these religions either are indulging into the right side or onto the left side. Some people like the left side and some people like the right side. I will tell you the story of a priest. I went to see him in Russia. I think I have told it to some people before. I went to Russia and the Russian people asked me, what would you like to see? So I told them I would like to go and see some churches. He says, all right, very good, we'll take you to a church. So they took me to a church and it was about that Greek Orthodox church, you see, and a black order which is supposed to be the highest. I don't know how they call it. So went inside. The priest said, all right, today I'm sorry, you see, we cannot offer you meat because our fasting is there, but we'll have lunch. So we had a very sumptuous lunch and all that. But the priest was only busy drinking because it was fasting, so drinking is allowed according to them. So he was drinking and drinking and drinking. He drank so much that he forgot that we were there. We were supposed to be VIPs. He just lost himself into drinking. So we thought better now have an honorable retreat, you see. So we got up and walked out of that place. And this fellow didn't even come to wish us. And these officers, the Russian officers, didn't drink, didn't do anything. And they were laughing and laughing. He said, see now, this is Christianity. That's why we didn't want to take to Christianity. So I said, but see, that's not Christ. They said, that's true, but what is these people are saying? Is it Christianity? I said, it's not. Now, this gentleman, you see, was supposed to be the highest person in spirituality living in Russia. So they told me a story about the Tsars. You see, Tsars wanted to have some religion because they thought everybody is having a religion. We have no religion, must have some religion. So they sent for some people, and the people who came forward were Catholics to begin with. So the Catholics said, all right, you can drink in Catholic religion. I don't know how they got this idea, but it's all right. Catholic religion, you can drink, but you cannot have more than one wife. The Tsar said, no, that's not possible. We have to have many Tsarins, you see, for different purposes. So we can't have that religion. So they cancelled it. So then the Islam. You see, that time I think there were no Hindus available. Thank God. They had the Islam. Islam people went and the Islamic people said that, no, all right. You can have 5 wives. It's all right. But you cannot drink. They said, that's impossible. How can we follow Islam? That's not possible. So it's cancelled. So these Orthodox people, Orthodox, you see, the word Orthodox, remember that. They came. They said, no, we are just in the center. See. We don't mind if you drink. We don't mind if you have many wives. We don't mind. Only thing is, you have to pay us well. Tsar said, all right, that's good. Let's have this religion. And that's how they had this religion there. So this is the situation of the religion today. All these religions have become sort of deformed statues, good for nothing. So now the inner religion within us is the Sahaja Dharma, which has to be fully followed. Now I told, say in India, that now you are all become Sahajas. The story is like this, that there was a villager who became Christian. So he came down to Allahabad to become Christian. So he told them that you have to give me a big name because now I'm Sahab, you see, I'm become Englishman, so you better give me a big name. So what name you want? They said, give me the name of Alexander the Great. So they called him Alexander. But his name was Blondie, you see. His real Indian name was Bhura. So they called him Alexander Bhura. So Mr. Alexander Bhura came to Allahabad and went to the river Ganges for having his bath. So the priest said, the pastor, he said, you can't do that. I said, why? Why can't I do that? He said, no, you can't go and have bath in the river Ganges because the Christianity will drop out, you see, if he goes and has bath in the river Ganges. So this you can't do. So Alexander Bhura said, if I have become Sahab, I have become an Englishman. That doesn't mean I have given up my religion. You see, this is exactly what is happening to us when we try to follow any religion whatsoever. Now we are all identified with our so-called religions in which we were born. For example, if I told Indians, now you don't go to temples. You are not to go to any temple. Even if it is a Swayambhu temple, unless and until you have told me don't go to a Swayambhu temple at any cost. There are many churches also where there are very good statues, we can say, or have got something which are really Swayambhus. But there are very few. So you tell me and then go. But they won't listen to me. They won't listen. And when they go there, they catch on their agyas. Once I went to see one temple, which was, of course, a Swayambhu temple, no doubt. So some Sahajogis decided to go there. But I didn't ask them. They didn't tell me. When they came back, as soon as they saw me, they all fainted. I said, what happened? Where did you go? Oh, we went to this temple. I said, why? You never told me. What do you have here? You see, the Brahmin put the tika was finished. Then it took them 1 month to clear out. Now they don't go. They had enough of it. The same with the Christians. Now, the other day I heard about the Paris episode where people wanted to have weddings in the church in Paris. So they must have special dresses. Somebody came here to buy some special dresses from what shop is that? What name? Some big name. So the special dresses must be worn because they have to go to the church. And when they came out of the church with those dresses, they had become booths. I was surprised what has happened to these 25 of them. What has happened is that in the church there are many dead bodies buried. They are all cut. So when you go also to see the beautiful architecture, go with a detached mind. Don't think that you belong to that church. Don't belong to any church. You don't belong to any temple. Don't belong to any one of these forms. Then only you will ascend. And I have to tell you today that Christ did not belong to any religion. He didn't follow any religion. He followed his own spiritual religion. When he went to one church where there were people who were discussing, the Jews, he went there and he was talking to them. The other day I saw a beautiful painting. They had given on the newspaper a very beautiful, famous painting where Christ is talking to the doctors and he's rubbing his left swadhisthana very nicely. And all the doctors, you see, one of them is listening to him, one of them is looking at him, sneering at him, another one is little bit paying attention to him. He's just rubbing his left swadhisthana. It's clearly. You can see it so clearly. And so now, with these new achievements, you must rise above all these things. And you must understand that we have to be very independently looking at ourselves. We are no more belonging to any religion. We belong to the religion of God, which is Sahaj. And Sahaj is the religion, it will spread only when you really become nothing but Sahaj. But that's something I don't understand. It doesn't work out. I met somebody from, I forget that, there was a called Ahmadi or something who was supposed to be a incarnation or something. His disciples absolutely should say that they behave in such a manner that you can't believe it. How ardently they believe in this man. Whatever he says, whatever he does, how they believe in him, it's very surprising. You meet anyone who is following any guru, anyone, you'll be surprised the way they are fanatic about this fellow. They will not hear anything against, leave alone that. But if he says you stand on your head for the whole night, they will do it. I don't know what happens when it comes to falsehood. We try to follow it. And when we know the truth, this is the truth, then we take advantage and we try to compromise. We think the truth will not do anything about it. Not that truth will punish you. It will not, because you are realized source. It will not. It will not punish you up to a point. But remember that Ekadasha is absolutely working at the same time. If you do anything wrong, like these people went to the church, they were all caught. Now they may say that, Mother, why should we be caught? We are Sahajogis. Because you are vulnerable. You are vulnerable. Yet you have not reached that stage. If you reach that stage, then when you go there, all the church people will come out of the church and run away. They'll start shaking before you. They will not know what has happened. I have seen when I enter into any church, all the candles start going chak, 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 chak. And people start wondering what has happened. Even when they are having a dinner or something and there is a candlelight dinner, I'm surprised the way every candle starts flickering. People start looking because the booths are sitting before them, you see. So the candles immediately show that these are the booths sitting here. With all this knowledge that you have, the light you have within yourself, by which you are enlightened, still if you are going to these left and right sided things, is very, very dangerous. We see that also today. I must tell you about the part that is politics. In politics also, these people have developed two types of theories. One is left-sided, one right-sided. The left-sided theories are democratic, where you can indulge into anything you like. It's an individual that is important. The individual indulges into everything, and you should not stop him from doing whatever he likes. He's an individual. So he has a right to cut his nose, he has a right to cut his eyes, to do what he likes. An individual is allowed to do what he likes to do, and then what happens? That we find this democracy becomes a demonocracy. Everybody is a demon. Everybody is busy cutting throats, cutting all the bases and the roots of life, because everybody is Brahma, becomes a great personality, because individual is so great and the collective is lost, completely lost. But on the other side, where it is more discipline, more aggressiveness, more controls and everything, is the right side, which we can call as communism, where people are controlled all the time. Now why? Because for the collective, the individual must sacrifice. In that case, the individuals become weak. And if the individuals are weak, then the collective cannot be strong. It cannot be strong. Individual have to be strong. For example, you'll see that the people who come from communist countries, they drink more than people who can drink here. Or those who come, say, from Islamic countries where they don't touch anything, can drink more than even Sardarjis. So you can imagine what is the situation of human beings is, that out of fear, if you try to control him, he goes to the right side. But he is in no way perfect. He is not transformed. He doesn't accept the situation. He doesn't become that. He doesn't have that power to control himself. He doesn't get over his sinning aptitudes. He's still there. As soon as he gets a chance, he falls into it. So that fails. So the individuals are weak in that case. And where there is complete abandonment, do what you like, live the way you like, indulgences, all kinds of things. So you find, every day you see and you say, oh God, this is a decadent society, this is happening. Decadence is because an individual whom you have given all these powers has no power to bear them. An individual cannot bear money. He cannot bear power of any kind. He cannot bear love. In his strength, he strengthens the collective. And also the collective looks after, protects, and guides the individual. This is what Sahajayoga is. So the politics of Sahajayoga is that you have to become the collective personality. And there where we feel that still we are something great, we are different, we are Indians, or we are from England or from France. Still, if we are identified, then you are not collective. In collective sense, we are all one, part and parcel of one being. Then you are really acting as collective being, and you are one with the divine, where the sun is looking after you, the moon is looking after you, the winds are looking after you, all the Mother Earth and all these elements are working. Ether, everything is working for you, and you are so well protected and blessed by this special quality to enjoy the joy. Then you really become sensitive to that joy. When you are one with the whole. Like if supposing this finger or this finger is not one with the whole, is numbed out. As it happens in leprosy, what happens? That this finger becomes numbed out. Even if a rat eats it off, we don't know. Because there's no connection, no nerves acting, it's insensitive. In the same way, if you are not collecting and not bothered about collecting, you are going to be dropped out. You are not going to be there to enjoy the beauties of your own glory and that of the collective. So one has to understand that we have to be strong ourselves, we have to ascend, and we have to be collective. It's very easy to find out faults with others. Very easy to find faults with the leaders. Very easy to find faults also with Sahajayoga, sometimes with me. Better find faults with yourself. The rest I'll look after. First, you just find faults with yourself and try to understand others and love others and enjoy the company of others. This, once you decide that we have to enjoy, I tell you, it's so spontaneous. Just this decision, this faith within you that I'm going to enjoy now my spirit. I'm going to enjoy the collective within me, that's the spirit. Just this decision itself will give you the power to enjoy. But decision should be firm. No hypocrisy, no playing games, no ego, no conditioning, nothing. Just pure desire within us that we have to be the spirit. And the spirit which is the collective being within us. I hope today on this day of resurrection, we have to be thankful to Christ very much for showing us the way. And also, we have to be very much concerned and alerted about ourselves. Where are we? Where do we stand? What are we up to? What are we doing? What is our responsibility? What is expected of us? Why all these blessings are given to us? There's no sacrifice in such. No sacrifice. Nobody wants you anything to commit or to do or to membership or anything like that. I think it's my commitment, as I said, that God has the commitment, but you also have one commitment, that your desires should be pure. That's the only thing, that let my desire be pure. No impurities of any kind should work it out. As Christ had his desires so pure, and that's what he achieved, I'm sure you all can achieve a lot in your life. Today is my 65th birthday. Now imagine, I'm 65 years of age. And at this age, most of the ladies, you see, just, I don't know what they do. So, now you must come up and work out everything as far as possible, thinking that we all have to stand up. Now the children are coming up. They are also going to stand up. You are all looking younger to me and younger to me. Every day I see you look younger. Sometimes I don't even recognize you the way you look younger. And I think, is he the son or is he the father? The situation is such that you are all blessed. You've got jobs, you've got everything. And everybody tells me whether this is what has happened, that has happened, everything. Now, so what? These are temptations, be careful. This is not what you wanted. What you wanted is the state of that complete faith within yourself, where you don't have to ask nothing. Everything will work out. Everything will work. It works. That's the point is. So I hope next time when we meet, I'll see even younger people than what I see today. and I'll be able to recognize you. Christ died at a very, very young age. Very young age. It's very young, I must say. But how much he has done for humanity. Nobody could have achieved that much in that small age as he has done. It's remarkable. It's really remarkable. That's what I expect you to follow his footsteps in doing remarkable things. And let me see all of you, every one of you, have to do something great. And today is the day of certain promises. May God bless you for that. And I thank you very much for this birthday of mine.
जय श्री माता जी। श्री आदिशक्ति का पूर्ण मंत्र लेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। अब हम आरती की तैयारी करेंगे।
से दूर करना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो माँ, मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो ये सके जो सेवा, हो ये सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली, त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में प्रार्थनाएं समर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का ये सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें जो निरानंद प्रदान कर हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं। संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु कृपा कर हमें सहयोग प्रचार प्रसार का शुद्ध एवं प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइए। हमारी ये सभी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कर हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा करें। सामूहिक बंधन। आज की सूचना इस प्रकार है। आज का शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे प्रतिष्ठान यूट्यूब चैनल से लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज का ध्यान सत्र यहीं पे संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माता जी।
निर्मल बोलो आदि शक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदि शक्ति बोलो, निर्मल नाम का अमृत पी लो, निर्मल नाम का अमृत पी लो, निर्मल बोलो आदि शक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदि शक्ति बोलो। तन मन अर्पण कर दे सहज में, प्रीत प्यार को भर दे मन में, प्रीत प्यार को भर दे मन में, निर्मल बोलो आदि शक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदि शक्ति बोलो। सुख की झोली तू ही ले ले, दुख का दरिया माँ को दे दे, दुख का दरिया माँ को दे दे, निर्मल आदिशक्ति बोलो। सहज की नैया में जो आए, जीवन उसका चलता जाए, जीवन उसका चलता जाए। निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो। देर ना कर तू खुद को समझ ले, सहज वृक्ष का फल तू खा ले, सहज वृक्ष का फल तू खा ले। निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो। धन दौलत की माया सारी, ज्ञान का रस पी कर हो भारी, ज्ञान का रस पी कर हो भारी। निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो। किसका तू है, क्या है तेरा, मां निर्मल और सहज है तेरा, मां निर्मल और सहज है तेरा। निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो। निर्मल नाम का अमृत पी लो, निर्मल नाम का अमृत पी लो। निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो, निर्मल बोलो आदिशक्ति बोलो। जन्म जन्म का तेरा पुजारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। जन्म जन्म का तेरा पुजारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। जन्म जन्म का तेरा पुजारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। तेरी कृपा हम पर हो जाए, जागृत, कर दे जागृत, कर दे जागृत माँ। मंगल मूरत निर्मल दर्शन, चित्त प्रेम का दे दे अमृत, दे दे अमृत, दे दे अमृत, दे दे अमृत माँ। दे दे अमृत, दे दे अमृत, दे दे अमृत माँ। अरज अरज अब सुन ले हमारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। अरज अरज अब सुन ले हमारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। आँखियाँ है तेरे दर्श की प्यासी, तू निर्मल माँ है आदि शक्ति, है आदि शक्ति, है आदि शक्ति, है आदि शक्ति माँ। है आदि शक्ति, है आदि शक्ति, है आदि शक्ति माँ। मेरा जीवन तेरे नाम समर्पण, तू निर्मल माँ है महाशक्ति, है महाशक्ति, है महाशक्ति, है महाशक्ति माँ। है महाशक्ति, है महाशक्ति, है महाशक्ति माँ। सफल सफल कर दुनिया हमारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। सफल सफल कर दुनिया हमारी, दर्शन दे दे माँ। ज्ञान ध्यान निर्मल से पाया, आत्मा की ज्योति तूने जगाया, तूने जगाया, तूने जगाया, तूने जगाया माँ। तूने जगाया, तूने जगाया, तूने जगाया माँ। मात पिता गुरु गणपति है तू, भवसागर से पार कराया, पार कराया, पार कराया, पार कराया माँ। पार कराया, पार कराया, पार कराया माँ। नमन नमन अब शरण तिहारी, दर्शन दे